The NFL offseason for the teams that are not in the playoffs start right now. And many of these teams are looking to clean house. The Atlanta Falcons already got rid of Raheem Morris as head coach and fired general manager Terry Fontenot after 5 years. Now, there's another team that's looking to get rid of their head coach. None other than the Cleveland Browns in Kevin Stefanski. It's been said for a few days that it's likely that the Cleveland Browns will move on from Kevin Stefanski this offseason after 5 years. He will finish with a 45-56 record, 2 winning seasons, 2 playoff appearances, and a playoff win, which was the Browns' first playoff win since 1994 when they defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers 48-37 in the AFC wildcard during the 2020-2021 NFL season. While everyone in the Browns fan base points the finger at Kevin for the reason why this team is performing poorly, the reality is that that organization in the front office realm failed him big time, giving him a bad hand from the very start. Other than the 2020 and 2023 seasons respectively, Stefanski never failed out well in Cleveland in those seasons in between, solely because of the two things: lack of identity and drama within the Browns' players. Honestly, Stefanski made this team relevant again after the Browns have been one of the worst competitive teams for many years on end. His offensive scheme is well enough to have the Browns or any other team to win enough games, as evident in his rookie season and the 2023 season. But the 2023 season was held by their defense, honestly, because the offense really didn't do much during that season. Since being the Browns head coach, Stefanski had to work with 14 quarterbacks. This is including Baker Mayfield, Case Keenum, Nick Mullins, Deshaun Watson, Jacoby Brissett, Kellen Mond, Jeff Driscoll, Joe Flacco, PJ Walker, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Jameis Winston, Bailey Zappi, Dylan Gabriel, and most recently Shedeur Sanders. That's a ridiculous list of quarterbacks that Kevin Stefanski had to work with within a 5-year span. And it's painful to see that, because Kevin Stefanski doesn't have his quarterback. It's a quarterback carousel for Cleveland. The Cleveland Browns have went through 50-plus quarterbacks since starting operations again in 1999. How ridiculous. The Browns don't even have a franchise quarterback. Out of all of the quarterbacks Kevin Stefanski had to work with during his time with the Cleveland Browns, the trade with Deshaun Watson not only sealed his fate with the Browns, with him being the Browns head coach, but also changed the tone and attitude of this very team. Deshaun Watson is a problematic mess in himself. Consider that there's so much red tape on him off the field, he's a mess on the field, with his long list of injuries and his poor decision making, as he is the reason why the Browns had down seasons in 2022 and in 2024. Ever since he signed with that big contract for Cleveland Browns, Watson will start for a few games and then be a sacrificial lamb for the team and gets himself injured and also becoming a locker room problem. But it's all Stefanski's fault, right? I don't think so. The Browns also failed Stefanski for not giving him a defense that could strike fear in anyone other than a few players like Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward. No matter what defensive coordinator he has, the Browns defense has always been an inconsistent measure, as that way have their moments, but can't stop any opposing team on a regular seasonal basis, as Myles Garrett is a one-man wrecking crew, and Garrett honestly could have went somewhere else this year, maybe for a contender, because he's the only one on that defense that's doing all the heavy lifting, while everybody else just sit back and watch. But it's all Stefanski's fault, right? Absolutely not, as Stefanski is mainly an offensive-minded head coach. Those inconsistencies on defense for years for the Browns falls under Joe Woods and Jim Schwartz. Go talk to those guys. It's not Stefanski's fault. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this on up. If or when the Browns give Kevin Stefanski the axe, Kevin Stefanski will have no problem getting chosen to be head coach or offensive coordinator elsewhere, because he is a credible coach when he has the right pieces to assemble a team. The Browns don't and never will have any of that, as long as the Deshaun Watson debacle lives rent-free in the front office's heads. The Browns failed Stefanski. The Haslams, as well as General Manager Andrew Berry, failed Stefanski big time. They owe him for the last 5 years he did in Cleveland, as well as what he had those down seasons where Deshaun Watson was holding the team back from achieving anything. Stefanski deserves better than what he had in Cleveland. That's going to do it for this NFL edition of the Eli Speaks Show. Let me know what you guys think about my take about Kevin Stefanski possibly being let go by the Cleveland Browns after 5 years as being head coach. When or if Stefanski gets the axe, what do you think where he'll land next? For Browns fans, who do you believe will be the next Browns head coach if Stefanski gets the axe from the front office? It's been rumored that if Stefanski gets the axe, that Deion Sanders could jump from the college scene back to the pros to be the next head coach of the Browns simply because his son is there. And for the last few weeks this season, he's been attending a lot of Browns games. Personally, I think that'd be one of the worst decisions the Cleveland Browns would ever make, was make his dad the head coach. I mean, look what he's doing right now in college. He's struggling right now. As far as his son, Shedeur Sanders, many people say that he is the future of the Cleveland Browns' team, but myself, I'm not sold on Shedeur Sanders yet. Only time would tell. We just have to see what's going to happen for these next 9 months before the next season kicks off in September of 2026. And as always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for listening. Follow me on Instagram and also follow me on X.